ABC 10 News at 7 starts now.
There is growing concern over how state and local governments will get the COVID vaccine to everyone who wants one. Good evening, I'm Kimberly Hunt.
And I'm Steve Atkinson. Our ABC 10 News reporter Bob Cruz looks at how the government plans to make sure that people without access to technology can get their shot.
How do I get it? How do I make sure I'm on the list?
Those are questions advocates say they're answering on a daily basis. Public health officials and state leaders keep pushing out information, but with each day comes more questions. With most older Californians either in line or on deck for the vaccination, some are worried a lack of access to technology could keep them from safety.
A lot of our clients don't have a smart device. A lot of older adults have a flip phone or a landline and no Wi-Fi. So how do you make sure those folks get contacted through the state system?
Paul Downey's the president and CEO of Serving Seniors.
A lot of folks are not tech savvy. And so it's making sure that if there is a phone option, do they have a large enough call center to handle what will be a large volume of calls?
On the state's website, it says most Californians will be vaccinated at community vaccination sites, doctors' offices, clinics, or pharmacies. It does give some other information and links, but I needed internet access just to find that out. ABC 10 News asked the California Department of Public Health how they're making sure people without access to technology are able to sign up and get information about the vaccine. They didn't respond. Locally, San Diego County's website directs people to their provider. If that's not an option, they offer locations and instructions for how to make appointments online. A spokesperson for the county says they're currently working on a system in which individuals can sign up through their providers.
A lot of older adults are very anxious to receive the vaccine.
Downey says he hopes those in charge remember, not everyone is technologically advanced. Adam Rakusin, ABC 10 News.
The AARP is advising older adults who don't have access to technology to call their doctor. If they don't have one, they should call their local public health authorities. And the county announced another 2,600 cases today. That brings our total to more than 206,000. 32 more San Diegans have also lost their lives to COVID. That total is now 2,037.
All of us are really struggling, but also dealing with this, it just feels surreal.
Family members are grieving the loss of a beloved grandfather and local Goodwill executive to COVID-19. ABC 10 News reporter Michael Chen shows how Bob Cruz dedicated himself to the Goodwill mission for more than 3 decades.
Bob Cruz first started feeling sick in early December.
High fever, 103. He had violent chills, couldn't get warm.
His daughter Heather Stiles says soon after he tested positive for COVID. On December 11th, breathing issues sent him to the ER. At the hospital, his condition slowly got worse.
He didn't go into the ICU on a ventilator until Christmas morning.
On Christmas, Cruz suffered a heart attack and never woke up. Last week, he was removed from life support.
We're able to FaceTime, and say our goodbyes. Not been a lot.
The grandfather of 4 and longtime fixture at the local Goodwill passed away at the age of 62.
It just feels surreal.
Stiles says her dad had a huge heart, his phone always ringing.
He was the person that you called if you needed help.
34 years ago, Cruz started at the Goodwill, helping load donations into trucks. He worked his way up, becoming the director of facilities in 2007. Local Goodwill CEO Tony Griffin.
Just a very loyal, dedicated, good man. He loved the mission and the people.
Stiles says Cruz, a cancer survivor, was diligent about wearing a mask and taking precautions and doesn't know where he contracted the virus. She has this message for others.
It does break my heart to see people not taking it seriously. Look out for each other. You wear a mask to protect other people from what you may not know you have.
Michael Chen, ABC 10 News.
A GoFundMe campaign has been set up to help the family with expenses, and there is a link on our homepage at 10news.com.
A group of high school students and their parents are demanding to be allowed to return to play sports.
Let us play! Let us play!
That was a rally near Scripps Ranch High School. It wrapped up just a couple of hours ago. Currently, teams are able to get together for limited workouts and conditioning, but games and matches, they're not allowed by the state. The ralliers say other states have shown athletic competitions are safe from spreading COVID.
We really want to get the word out. We want our legislators the CDPH. We want them to just reassess and take a look at things again and come up with new guidelines to get these kids back on the field.
Health experts, including the CDC, say that athletics are a significant risk because of the amount of droplets put into the air and because people from several households are in close contact.
A new free COVID testing site is up and running at the Del Mar Fairgrounds. The word is just getting out, so it was practically empty when we showed up today. The drive-through testing is open 7 days a week from 8 to 5. You can just show up, but they do prefer that you make an appointment at curative.com. That's curative.com. Nothing up the nose at this site. The test is done with an oral swab, and you'll get the results within 48 hours. Unemployed workers all over the county are starting to see the $300 boost show up in their weekly checks. Since January 3rd, the EDD has paid out nearly $527 million in aid to more than 1 million Californians via the new stimulus package. It couldn't come soon enough for Jacob Nikos, who just got his latest unemployment check, complete with the extra $300.
I went out and bought a bunch of really good groceries. I bought good food, all that sort of thing, paid bills off that I had to do.
The EDD says it's automatically adding the funds for those who still had a balance in late December when the first round of stimulus expired. You can stay on top of any new developments with coronavirus by downloading the 10 News app. A free version is available in the App Store.
Turning now to our weather, it is shaping up to be a busy weekend at our beaches. High surf and warm weather are expected to draw crowds to the coast. As our ABC 10 News reporter Jennifer Dela Cruz shows us, lifeguards are adding more crews to keep everybody safe.
The San Diego coastline was filling up quickly on Friday. No shortage of surfers in the water or sunbathers on the sand. With warm temperatures and big swells forecast for the holiday weekend, lifeguards know they'll have their hands full.
We're staffed up, our equipment is in good shape, and we're ready to keep the city beaches safe.
Chief James Gartland says they're adding more patrols on land and in the water. He says they've had an active winter with more people getting outside during the pandemic.
It's going to be very busy. The beaches have stayed busy due to COVID. We've had a lot of water rescues. It's been a really good, the end of December and the beginning of January have been really good for surf activities. So we've done a lot of surf-related rescues.
But it's not just surfers and swimmers who need to watch out. Earlier this week, the same swells that shattered planks at the OB Pier swept this woman off her feet.
The last several swells, we've had people just walking around on the cliffs or on the shoreline, and a large set comes through and catches those people and sweeps them out. When you're walking, if the area is wet, that means the surf has been up there.
Lifeguards say their increased staffing will stick around until the beach hazard statement expires on Tuesday. Jennifer Dela Cruz, ABC 10 News.
And now our meteorologist Angelica Campos joins us now with a look at those heat records we set today. Angelica.
Hi, Steve. We tied the record of 88 degrees in San Diego. It feels like it's a summery weekend ahead, but the temperatures will start to go down just a little bit this weekend. In Escondido, we made it to 91, breaking the record of 87 from 2014. Ramona, 89 degrees. 90s also in El Cajon and Poway, and even at the Oceanside Airport, where temperatures made it to 92 degrees, breaking the record of 89, also set in 2014. But we don't end there. There's more records. Vista, Chula Vista, Carlsbad, La Mesa, Borrego, 83 degrees, breaking the record of 81 from 2009. And the result of high pressure and easterly winds is what's providing this warm up. The winds are gusting only at 26 miles per hour, but it is very dry. So elevated fire danger will continue into the weekend, although temperatures will start to gradually drop this weekend. Don't expect tomorrow to be as hot as today. I'll show you what the numbers will look like around the county in our 7-day forecast.
Thanks, Angelica. A former Team USA male figure skater has reached a settlement over sexual abuse allegations. In a lawsuit filed in San Diego, Adam Schmidt claimed that former Olympic coach Richard Callaghan abused him starting when he was 14 years old. Schmidt claimed U.S. figure skating let Callaghan keep coaching him even after it learned he had abused another skater. Today it was announced U.S. figure skating will pay Schmidt just under $1.5 million to settle the suit.
Monday is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, so expect the usual holiday closures here in San Diego. All city and county offices will be closed along with public libraries. Parking meters and time restrictions, they won't be enforced. On the other hand, trash pickup will not be impacted and city golf courses will be open.